Hey guys, it is Tara here, and we are back at it with Tara Draws Studios, where in the last video I actually wanted to make a 3D model house, which I have finished. It is not in detail, but it has the basic design and the basic shape that I want. So yeah, I went ahead and draw myself a little bit of a plan of the details that I want. I decided I hated it. Yeah, so I do not like the house that I just drawn. I wanted something a little bit more magical. That was giving too modern. It wasn't giving goddess. It wasn't giving what it needed to give, and I needed my house to be more goddess-like. She is the goddess of nightmare. Nasine is the goddess of nightmares and dreams, and she is also a reaper, which means she cannot be living in a house like that. We need something a little bit more magical. So let's get to it. I do have an idea of how I want it though. So I was essentially thinking of making something a little bit more that was like Elsa-like, you know, that icy palace. I wanted that same magical glow, but obviously it's going to be with my own twist to it. It's going to have that magical appearance that I've always wanted. I wanted something a little bit similar to Elsa's castle, but it's not going to be made out of ice. However, it is going to look very magical, so let's get to it. Also, I forgot to tell you guys that I'm currently craving some taro boba tea, so I'm gonna go get boba and be right back with y'all, okay? So this is the look. However, I'm too lazy to be doing my eyes today. But you know what? Your girl looks fine anyways, so let's go. Oh snap! I dropped my bag! Oh no, I dropped my wallet! My beautiful wallet! Oh no! Hey y'all, I am back, and I am with my bubble tea. Alrighty, so just a little side note, I have been recording my drawing process on my phone instead of using my iPad because my iPad's currently dead. So what I did is left myself a bunch of notes, and I'm going to be explaining you guys throughout my speed draw essentially. So yeah. So first and foremost, shout out to Wen Turtles for inspiring me on this trend. I'm using their template as my own essentially, and yeah, so essentially I'm just like using just my creative mind. I'm just adding in a bunch of shapes, whatever makes sense to me. In this case, I'm using a bunch of squares and rectangles and triangles to make that door frame. I also want like that grand door, as well as like I really like how the triangles tend to make it a little bit more magical. I'm also using that same concept that I had before in like usual Victorian houses where they have that little like, as you can see what I just drew, they have like that dome shaped cone roof and the pillars, that circular bit. So it's really just a bunch of shapes going on. It's a lot of squares, it's a lot of triangles. I also decided that I wanted to add spheres. I said spears. And yeah, but later on I kind of added like disco balls. Yeah, I just added disco balls, and I decided I really hated it because I wanted to go for that crystal effect, but the disco balls was not giving that crystal effect at all. It was cute, but you know, yeah. But anyways, I'm going in for the colors, using a bunch of like purple, blues, Maybe a little bit of like pink as well for like highlights and stuff. I'm also trying to figure out the texturing here, like what I want to do with the texture. I do want that glassy effect, but it's more of like how am I going to obtain that glassy effect. So I ended up using a texture from Ibis Paint that had a crystal texture that I decided to use, and then eventually I got the idea and I wanted to go ahead and make my own texture. So yeah, I replaced the balls with the actually painting the balls myself, and this one kind of just gave that little bit of like an orb effect. I also added in like a few extra details such as like the windows, and yeah, that was pretty much it. I also really wanted to do like a centerpiece of the house, and in this case it was the that little portal at the center. That one just like completed the castle. Or sorry, I'm calling it a castle. I was calling it a sanctuary because this is a place of like worship essentially. This is the house of Nasine, you know, my OC. So this is essentially what it looked like. I also just pulled up pictures from Ibis Paint and added like mountains at the back. I also wanted this to look more like a planner, so I added like words describing what the house would include. But otherwise, that's pretty much it for my speed draw. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is part 2 of building my house, and I finally finished it. So yeah. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please check out my socials. I'll link them in the description below so you guys can check it out. But anyways, peace out, guys.